The ref keyword is mentioned briefly in Session 8 of the Essential Skills course. It's used to specifically send arguments to a method by reference. When an argument is sent by reference, the actual object is sent to the method. This means that the method is able to permanently make changes to the object. When an object is sent by value, the method only receives a copy of the object. Although the method will be able to make changes to the object won't be modified outside the method. Most C# objects are sent by reference by default. These are known as reference types. Objects that are sent by value by default are known as value types. Value type objects can never be null by default. Some of the most common value type classes are int, float, double, decimal, and bool. Structs are also sent by value by default. You'll learn about structs in the next lesson. That's Lesson 4.2. While it is possible to change a value type into a reference type, as you will do in this lesson, it isn't possible to change a reference type into a value type. To begin this lesson, open the Mathland project from your Sample Files folder. And open Fibonacci.aspx in Design View. This page calculates numbers from the Fibonacci sequence. When it is finished, it will calculate and display as many numbers as you specify in the text box. Now open the code behind file of Fibonacci.aspx. Here, you can see the method that calculates the Fibonacci numbers. That's getFibonacci. This method is a little unusual. Instead of returning a value with the return keyword, it changes the value of the number argument. The number argument is an int variable. Int is a value type, so the method will only receive a copy of the number argument, and any changes that are made to it won't be reflected outside this method. Let's test the page now to see the problem. View Fibonacci.aspx in your web browser and click Calculate. Instead of returning the Fibonacci sequence, the code simply returns the numbers 1 to 20. This is because the number argument was passed to the getFibonacci method by value, so the method wasn't able to change its value outside the method. Close your web browser now and return to Visual Studio. Now you'll change the method to receive the argument by reference. Change the code that begins the getFibonacci method to private void getFibonacci ref int number. All you need to do is add the keyword ref before int number. This tells the method that the number argument will be passed by reference. You'll notice that an error has appeared in the button Calculate click event handler, where the getFibonacci method is called. That's because you also need to use the ref keyword whenever you use an argument that is explicitly sent by reference. Change the line getFibonacci number to getFibonacci ref number. The number argument will now be sent by reference, and the getFibonacci method will be able to make changes to its value that will still be visible in the button Calculate Click event handler. Now let's test the page to confirm that the problem is fixed. View Fibonacci.aspx in your web browser and click Calculate. This time, the Fibonacci sequence is calculated correctly. Although using the ref keyword fixed the problem in this lesson, it would still have been better programming practice to simply return a value from the getFibonacci method. It is almost always better and more efficient to avoid using the ref keyword, so I'd recommend avoiding it unless you have a good reason to use it. Besides the way reference and value types behave in methods, there's another important difference between the two. When a reference type object is created, it's assigned to the heap, whereas value type objects are assigned to the stack. The stack and heap are two different areas of memory that are used by your application. The stack is smaller but faster than the heap. It's for this reason that value type objects are stored in the stack. They're expected to need faster access and to use less space. The heap can grow to any size that is required, but it's slower than the stack. For this reason, the larger reference type objects are stored in the heap. Close your web browser now and close Visual Studio. You've now completed Lesson 4.1. Use the ref keyword.